2022 is almost over, and that means 2023 is right on the horizon. And I'm sure, like a lot of people, you're thinking, okay, this year was cool, but next year I need to do it better. I need to make more money. I need to get into business, and I need to do better for myself. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. We're going to be talking about the best business for you to build and pursue in the year 2023 and the years to come. And this isn't just going to be one of those videos where I'm telling you my opinion. I'm actually going to be breaking these down and comparing different business models against each other to show you which is best and how you can get started and succeed in 2023. So let's begin. So guys, we are going to jump into my iPad here. So what we've laid out for you is essentially the most popular business models online, right? And I'm sure you guys have heard about a lot of these. E-com, agencies, Amazon, sales, high ticket sales. There's a lot of different business models going on. So let's compare these. And this is a very non-biased, I try to make it as accurate as possible comparison. So we've got a few different parameters here. Is it beginner friendly? Does it need startup capital? Are you trading your time for money? Does it give you location freedom? Is it simple, which is a very no-brainer? Does it have six-figure earning potential? And does it have a high profit margin percentage? So let's begin. We've got e-com, agency, Amazon, and sales here. So let's start beginner friendly. E-commerce, 100% not beginner friendly. And a lot of you may think the opposite, right? You've heard about drop shipping and all these different things. And let me tell you, as someone who built a couple e-com stores, made a couple $1,000s with it in college, is not beginner friendly. You need a lot of skills. If you want to do drop shipping, it's a little bit more simple, but building a brand takes a lot of skill. There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's not the best for beginners. Agency, very, very popular to contrary belief. As someone who built a six-figure agency, it is not beginner friendly. You need so many different skills to be able to succeed and to get results for your clients. And that's probably the biggest part that no one talks about, is getting results for clients. If you don't do so, you lose your clients. And then if you're not having recurring income from them, you're basically a high ticket closer in the first place that has to deliver a service, which is so stupid. Amazon, definitely not beginner friendly. It is very complex. You've got SKU numbers, you've got inventory, you've got sourcing, you got logistics, all these crazy things. And it is definitely not. And then we have sales, which is very beginner friendly. It's very simple. All you need is a good offer, and you need the skill set, and you do the thing, which is sales. You do the skill and you make money. That's it. So let's talk about startup capital. E-com, you do need money to start, whatever anybody says. You need money for ads. You need money for inventory if you do a brand. If you're drop shipping, you still need money to test different products on ads, and that costs a lot. That's thousands and thousands of dollars. Agency, you don't need startup capital, so that's a good thing. Amazon, you definitely do. That's a very inventory intensive business model, so you're going to need a lot of capital to do so. Sales, you do not need any startup capital. So far it's looking like agency and sales are our best bets here. Now let's talk about time for money. So e-com, you're not going to be trading time for money because you're selling products. So I could spend an hour of my time and then go sell 50 products because I set up ads in that hour of time. That's not really trading time for money. Agency is very, very time intensive. And I don't care what anybody says, dude, if you aren't fulfilling yourself, you have to go hire people to do so, and you have to manage them. You have to build systems. You have to communicate with clients. You have to do all these different things. It's very time intensive. And I look at this as, if I stepped away from the business, would I be trading my time for money, right? And in this case, I would be 100%. Amazon is similar to e-com, so we won't dive into that. Sales. So this is a tricky one because you are commission based in sales, and I have to take a sales call, or I have to do an appointment setting call or messaging to make money. However, I'm maximizing the time value of my money. So although I guess I am trading time, you're always doing time for whatever, I'm getting paid commission, not an hourly wage. So if I maximize my time and I maximize my skill and I maximize the value of both of those, I can make a lot more for an hour. I can make $1,000 for a phone call compared to trading like minimum wage time or whatever. So this one is like, we'll mark this one here as sort of 50-50. And I would say that is the only downside, or maybe not downside, but the only caveat to sales so far. So let's talk about location freedom. E-com, location freedom. If you're drop shipping, yes. If you're building a brand, no. You got to have inventory. You got to have a team. You can't just travel around the world and do whatever. Agency, yes. Location freedom, 100%. You can do it from your laptop. It's all remote. Amazon, you could do that remote as well if you do drop shipping. But again, if you're doing inventory and everything, you probably are not going to be location remote. Sales, yes. Very location remote. All you got to do is be able to work in the time zone of the offer that you're selling, which is fantastic. Now, let's talk about, is it simple? E-com, definitely not simple. A million moving pieces, branding, inventory, logistics, advertising, like all these different things. Agency, definitely not simple. You've got clients, you've got team, you've got services to fulfill, you've got outreach, you've got sales, you have all these different processes. Definitely not simple, far from simple, and similar to beginner friendly. Amazon, same thing, very complex, but sales is very, very simple. You literally just need a good offer to sell, and you need to have the skill to be able to perform because it is performance based, and you're gonna make a lot of money. That's as simple as it gets. So let's talk about six-figure potential. Honestly, all of these give you six-figure potential. And this is, I get this question a lot. It's like, Luke, what do I do? Is dropshipping valid? Is Is agency valid? Is sales valid? Guys, they're all valid. It just depends what you want to do and which one you want to go all in on, right? So they're all valid. They all work. They all can give you 6 figures, but it's all about what else you want with it, which is why we're comparing these. And high profit margin, e-com, no, definitely not. Agencies, yes, but when you scale, that's going to drop. So I have a friend who has a semi-automated agency, but he's only like 20% profit. So if they do 50K a month, he's making what, like 4 grand, 5 grand. I'm really bad at math. I don't know. Anyway, 10 grand. So Amazon, no, you're at like 7 to 15% profit margin, but sales, you are at 100% profit margin. So our clear winner here, after actually evaluating this from a critical lens, I would say we're looking at sales and the agency. And this is, keeping in mind, this is beginner friendly. This is not like the best business to make millions of dollars. Honestly, if you want to make millions of dollars, I would say e-com, but that's exiting a brand. Like I have friends who have a couple e-com brands, they're going to sell them, and that's a long play. That's like 5-6 years. They'll make a lot of money. But this is for beginners, people who want to make their first 6 figures, maybe in their first 7 figures, and then learn how to build equity and build businesses, right? So the clear winner here is sales versus agency. So let's talk about that. So guys, I am someone, to preface this, I am someone who built a 6-figure agency out of college. $100,000. I have like old videos on my YouTube to prove it, I think. And I know exactly what I'm talking about because I did it. I fell into the trap of all these SMA guys telling you, oh, this is so easy. You just got to go get this client, and then you get this client, and then you get this recurring payment, and then you're at 10K a month. And it sounds amazing. It sounds so easy. That's not the truth, okay? Recurring payments from clients only works if you can keep them. And this is my biggest dig at sort of these agency gurus. Guys, it's hard to get success for agency clients. You're trying, as a marketing agency, you're trying to solve the hardest problem in business, which is customer acquisition, okay? If you have no business acumen, you have no skills, you have no business experience, do you think you're gonna be able to come in and just be like, oh yeah, you're a business owner who's been doing this for a while, but I know how to get you clients and you don't? No, like that's not realistic, right? And that's very difficult, which means if you're churning clients every month, you have to go get new clients to make money. You're basically a sales rep that has to do all this extra work, okay? You need a team, and that's the reality. You 100% need a team. You got people to manage, you're gonna have to fire, you're gonna have to hire. That is a pain in the ass. It's a full-time job. You can't sell an agency. So I don't care what anybody says. This right here is one of my biggest digs at the agency model. You can't sell an agency. Have people sold agencies? Yes, but that's like VaynerMedia, like Gary Vee, like bazillion-dollar clients, like huge, like you're not gonna do that as some kid trying to make money online, right? You can't sell an agency. So what's the point of you building a business if you can't sell it? I define a business as something with equity that you can have an exitable event, a liquidity event. You can exit it, you can sell the company. You can't do that with an agency, so why build one? You know what I mean? If it comes with all the other headache. And if you automate it, your margins are gonna drop to 10 to 20%, just like I showed you my friend that I know that actually does this. So let's talk about sales. And still, I'm going to be critical about sales. All you need is one good client. That's it. You don't need multiple clients. You don't need to continue to go get clients. You need one good client. And once you do that, you can make as much money as you want to make in sales. You don't need a team. This is a lone wolf operation. It's just you. You don't need to own a business. And this is an ego thing, guys. Like, I'm here to make money. If I'm trying to build a first business or sales or agency or ecom, whatever, I'm here to make money. I'm not here to like, oh, I have a business. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. That's stupid. And that's what holds a lot of people back, is they want the image, not the result, right? So I want to make money. So it's always 100% profit. It's commission. You get everything 100%. There's no margin to come out. There's no nothing. You got to pay tax, obviously, but it's 100% profit. It's much less time than an agency, which is fantastic. So in my eye, and this is my last point, it's the same, if not higher earning potential. So if I can make just as much or even more than an agency with less time, less headache, less team, less stress, why would I go build an agency compared to doing sales? And that is the sort of the biggest point of what I'm trying to make to you guys is, why would you, to be honest? I mean, I know the gurus make it sound great and they're like, oh, you own a business and you just hire these cheap guys, these VAs, they'll do all the work for you. You just get a couple clients, you're 10K a month, boom, you don't gotta do any work. And that's as far from the truth as you could get. Sales is hard. You have to do work. You got to show up every day. You got to perform. It's performance based, but it's less time, it's less headache, it's less stress for more money. And in my eyes, it's a no-brainer. So the best business for you to build in 2023 is, in my opinion, 100% going to be sales. And let's get into that a little bit. So we've got two kinds of sales. We have appointment setting and high ticket closing. And appointment setting, for those of you that don't know, is literally, you're not selling, you're qualifying leads for a sales team. So if we get a lead to come in, and I actually employ appointment setters myself, we get a lead to come in and let's say they opted into a webinar, right? I'm going to call that lead. Hey man, I saw you opted into our webinar. I just want to give you a call and make sure you're all good before you attend. attend and see if there's anything I can do to help you. And then they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. And then you just ask them some questions like, hey, like, what do you do right now? Like I'm curious why you signed up. Oh, well, I work a 9 to 5. I want to get into business. I want to make some money online. Awesome. So like, what have you tried so far to do that? I'm curious. Oh, well, I've tried XYZ. And then you just qualify and see if they're a good fit. If they're a good fit, you make them a little offer. Hey, dude, honestly, it sounds like you're a really, really good fit for what we do. And I know you got the webinar coming up, but I would love to book you on a call with one of our student success managers. And they'll actually be able to give you a better idea than on the webinar, because it's in person, of whether this is a good fit for you or not. Is that something you would want to do? Boom, you send them a calendar link, they book. Okay. So as an appointment setter, you can make $3,000 to $10,000 a month. If you don't believe me, go look at these other YouTube videos that we have on our channel. We've got a lot of students that are doing that as well. I did that as well. You need one client, just one. Okay. So that's good. You're not selling. You're only qualifying people on the phone, which is much easier. It's really, really beginner oriented. Like literally anyone could do this. And you're either doing DMs, like a message, or you're doing it on a phone call. It's very, very simple. So let's talk about high ticket sales. So you can make $10,000 to $30,000 a month plus. Honestly, we've had students earn as much as, and we have an interview on YouTube about it, $65,000 in 1 month, which is insane. You need one client again, and you're closing deals. You're not appointment setting. So it's a little bit harder, right? It's a little bit higher leverage of a game, but if you're good, it's not that hard. Like if you're good at sales, that's it. And you're also learning about business and the offer and the industry you sell while you're doing it. Okay. Which is fantastic. So guys, here's the formula for success. So not only am I going to tell you the best business model, but if you're still watching this video, I want to show you exactly how to get started and what to do. So you need 3 things. You need a good offer. You need the skill set, you need proper training. How you do this is up to you, right? You can go to a coaching program like we have and look at the students and the results we have. Our program and our company is called Closer Cartel. And you can go to our website, closercartel.com, watch the videos, whatever, that's fine. This video is not a pitch, so that's fine. But I really recommend you get the skill set. And that's one of 2 ways. So that's either going to be your training and you're practicing on a random offer. So I would literally go to a Facebook group, I would get an offer, and then I would train as much as I can. I would take calls, I would take 50 calls a day. I would make 50 calls a day, and I would just do repetition to try to get as good as I can. And that's going to take you a lot of time, right? That's the downside to that. It's going to take a lot of time. You're going to fail a lot. You're probably going to get fired a couple times, but eventually you will get good. And that's all you got to do in sales. Once you're good, you're in the money, right? And you need a good offer. Facebook groups are all right. That's sort of like the mediocre. That's where every single beginner ever goes and looks for groups. So they're kind of flooded. They're saturated. There's low quality. There's scammy offers there. Or you can go get proper training. And that's from a company like us. We'll give you the offers. We'll show you how to find the best offers, and we'll give you the training where you can practice and learn from real coaches. But again, I said this is not a pitch. I want to genuinely help you guys. So here's your 90-day game plan. And excuse my terrible handwriting. So the first 30 days, you should be learning sales. You should be practicing. You should be running calls. You should be watching your own call recordings and doing as much as you can. Volume. Okay. The trick here is going to be volume. That's how you get good. Repetition. You need as much volume as you can get. The next 60 days or 30 to 60 days, you need to get on an offer. And this is where you can make 3 to 10K a month, this little stage here. It can be as quick as 60 days, guys, if you're good and you put the work in. So again, Facebook groups. So if you need to get an offer, let's erase this. If you need to get an offer, you can go Facebook, you can DM Instagram people, right? Entrepreneurs, coaches, anyone with a high ticket offer. And then you got obviously like TikTok, YouTube. There's multiple ways. If you guys are interested, check out the other videos on our channel. I'll try to link one here if we can. We have videos showing exactly how to find these offers, but that's your focus for the 30 to 60 days. Get on an offer. Doesn't matter if it's fantastic, but just get repetitions and try to make 3 to 10K a month. The next 90 days, this is where you get really good. Okay. You're going to dial in your sales process. You should have taken hundreds of calls by now, right? It's becoming repetitive, and in your brain, it's getting ingrained. That sales process is getting ingrained, and you want to go get a better offer that you can make 10K a month on. So in order to figure that out, I'm going to give you guys some free game here. So to make sure you're on a good offer, obviously it's got to be good results, whatever, but you need to take number of calls. We're going to do some basic math here with my terrible handwriting. And you need to multiply the number of calls by the closing percentage. And I would just make it a decimal. So let's say it's 20%, 20% of, and then X is going to be just the offer price. Okay. So if the offer price is, I don't know, 10 grand, 5 grand, maybe this has to be 10%, right? If it's super high. Usually this is how this works. If you sell a $5,000 offer, 15 to 20%, 10,000, 10%, because obviously the higher you go, the percentage is going to drop. But you just do that, you do that math, and then you figure out, okay, if my closing rate is 20% and I'm taking 10 calls, 5 calls a day, let's say 5 calls. 5 calls times 20% means I'm closing 1 per day. Okay, what's my commission? Oh, it's $1,000. So 1 times 1,000 a day, obviously, times 30 days is going to be $30K a month. And that might sound crazy. And obviously that's an ideal situation, but it's very possible. I did it. I've got students that do it. I have friends that do it. So don't think in terms of like, oh, this is hard. This is so rare to do. Think in terms of like, I'm the man, I can do this, right? So guys, that's it. That is the best business, in my opinion, of 2023, 2024, maybe even 2025. If I wanted to, and I'll actually throw in one more for you guys. If I wanted to build wealth in the next couple years, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing sales. I'm going to go pay the best person that I can learn from. Okay. I'm going to go join Closer Cartel, Sales Accelerator, whatever. I'm going to go learn sales. And then I'm going to stack cash 2023, 2024. The economy is going to go to shit. Obviously, I think we all know this. And then I'm going to deploy my cash into real estate and crypto. And then before you know it, when 2025 comes around, I'm worth 2 to 3 M's. That's my plan if I was starting from zero. My plan is similar now, honestly. I'm just replacing sales with Closer Cartel and our new software company. So guys, that's the sauce. That's what I would do. And I really hope you got information out of this. It's a 20-minute video, which is fantastic. I'm moving into a new place Monday. It is Tuesday as I'm recording this. So new place, new studio, no more office. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is where the channel started to take off. But guys, it's been a great year. I really, really appreciate all the love and support you've given us. We've blown up. I think we're going to hit 10K in the next month or two. So thank you guys so much. I'm really, really, really appreciative of that. Let's go. Put the work in. Don't make excuses. And you got to make money because stuff's going to get really hard. And I want you guys to understand that. And this genuinely from the bottom of my heart, this is the best way to do so. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Share this with somebody, like and comment, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.